one of these keywords, so listen for those, because somebody wins every single time, and why not you? Cavaliers win last night. Big win over the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis did his post-game with a big bucket of Quaker Steak and Lube chicken wings and said that the Bucks sucked last night. Good team, but they couldn't.
But they couldn't play. They couldn't keep it going. They played good in the first quarter, but then the Cavs, they clamped down on defense, and Kevin Love had a huge night. Jetty had a good night. It was a fun game to watch.
Cavaliers broke the 30-win mark. They are now 30-19. The Bucks, the reigning champs, are 30-20. And the reason that I like being at a Cavaliers game is because it always reminds me that Kevin Love plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And rightfully so.
I just don't remember him anymore. I think of the young Bucks that are like, the Chetty Osmonds and the Darius Garlands and these guys.
He's had a renaissance this year, though.
He has, and that's why, when you're watching him, like, he's still, like, fun to watch last night. And I was like, right, Kevin Love.
Kevin Love, he's out there doing it.
Number 0.
There's a lot of trade rumors about him, possible buyouts, and now he's having a lot of fun, playing really well. He likes his new role. He likes his situation where he's kind of the elder statesman on the team. They call him. They don't even call him Uncle Kevin. They call him Grandpa Kevin.
Grandpa Kevin. Yeah.
0.0.
Right.
But there's a lot of good chemistry on that team. Love watching the Cavs.
Sunday night, Cavs are off tonight and tomorrow and Saturday. They didn't even play on Saturday. They'll travel to the Motor City Sunday to play the beleaguered Detroit Pistons at 6 o'clock. So Sunday afternoon, early evening, 6 o'clock here on MMS, so that pregame will get going around 5:30. The Detroit Pistons are having another god-awful season. They're not the Orlando Magic, but they are the Detroit Pistons. And they've won 11 games this season, so they're having a hard time.
Cavs were predicted to win 27.5 games. Like that was the.
How do you win a half game?
That's the over/under from Vegas. So
just the stats.
Yeah, the stats. Yeah, so they use that. So they've already surpassed that, and we're not even to the All-Star break yet.
How do you like that?
I love it.
How do you like that? The All-Stars in Cleveland, Ohio, the 2022 NBA All-Star Game. What were we talking about yesterday with OnlyFans? We were talking about
Mary selling.
Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah.
Rachel Dolezal is on OnlyFans and selling foot pics and pictures of squats and whatever else she can monetize. She got kids. There's no shame in that if it's there. Today I was reading about another one of these, women who have day jobs, whether they're teachers or whatever else. There's a real hypocrisy to this, where the reason that these people get found out is because somebody's husband was on OnlyFans and ratted them out. There'll be a teacher who's making a lot of money.
Well, usually it's not the husband that rats them out. The wife goes, "What are you looking at there?" And then they go,
That's what I mean. They get ratted out because someone else's husband was. That's the only way you're going to find out if a woman is on OnlyFans is because your husband saw her. There's no, you're not going looking for as I understand it, you're not going looking for your teaching staff on OnlyFans. I don't know that that's a level of diligence that schools bother with. This time, however, it's a sheriff's deputy in Colorado who was forced to retire, and they gave her a $30,000 settlement after her coworkers discovered her OnlyFans page. See, this is why you have to hope that you're making some money, because you're going to lose your gig because somebody's going to find out. But again, these are people who, even if you're making money, that story of that teacher we talked about a while ago, she's not the only one, but she's pretty high profile, and she got fired, and she was making a lot of money. She's making more money on OnlyFans than she was as a teacher, but she still went to work every day because she loved teaching those kids. There's teachers who aren't on OnlyFans who hate their lives teaching in school. So if you have these people who still trudge to the day job, why are you firing these people?
These are distraction, though. Those kids will find it.
These are diligent people, though.
Those kids will find it. Kids find everything.
But that's not my point.
Well, who cares?
The point is, it's just the perception that who cares if somebody's on OnlyFans?
It's a distraction. It really is. I wouldn't be able to focus if I had a hot teacher.
You can't focus anyway.
But especially if I had a hot teacher and I know all I got to do is pull up my phone and see that person's nudes.
But these aren't I'm sure there are high school teachers on there, to your point. But these are like kindergarten teachers, first grade teachers. Okay. So, yeah, if one of their high school students finds them, I get it. But if a kindergarten teacher gets found out on OnlyFans, it's because the dad was on OnlyFans. And his wife goes, "What's this?" "Oh, honey, look what I found on OnlyFans." And the wife is so pissed at the teacher, they don't stop to go, "Why were you on OnlyFans?"
Well,
I was doing my own research.
Yeah, I was.
You can't even lie about it.
Sure.
Because you need a card or like some type of.
Yeah, you have to have a source of payment on.
So
there.
if your wife is looking through your financial statements and it says it doesn't cover it up because I have an OnlyFans and I get my bill and it says like,
you have an OnlyFans.
I don't have like I have a profile to subscribe to other people's OnlyFans. You have to create.
Oh, I see.
I'm not on OnlyFans.
You have to give them a form of payment just to get like lurk on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know to lurk, but to subscribe to some.
I think to even lurk, you have to give them a form of payment.
Huh.
Well, then, yeah. I mean, so if his wife is looking at the financial statements, like the bills every month, they'll see it says OnlyFans. I think like out of London or England or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a former county sheriff deputy in Arapahoe County in Colorado. And they forced her to...
hoe in Arapahoe.
Yeah, I'll wrap a hoe any day of the week. And they forced her to retire. And they gave her a $30,000 separation agreement instead of facing an internal affairs investigation. So they're like, we just want this to be over. Like, here's some money. So she still operates her OnlyFans page. It's $10 a month to see her pose naked or partially naked and engage in sex acts with her husband. She was in law enforcement for 28 years. She said, I was a really good cop and a really good leader. She never posed in her uniform, never identified herself as a sheriff's deputy.
I was doing it off duty and it was never anything criminal. This doesn't even affect the person that reported it. It doesn't affect my work. It doesn't affect my employees. It doesn't affect the community. I think some people view what I did for fun as being a sex worker, but I'm still the same person I was for the 18 months the page existed and nobody knew.
But you are a sex worker.
First off, you're right. She is a sex worker because she's having sex with her husband for people, you know. So you get your arms around it, but sooner or later, that's going to... does it really matter? It does not really matter.
And they say for fun, but it's not for fun if you're making a profit off of it.
Well, I don't know how much she was making.
Why is it not for fun if
you can have fun doing it, but you're not putting on a show for free is what I'm saying.
Right, but it's like a fun side hustle is what she means.
But that's not what she said. She said something I was doing for fun.
You're being a little too literal here, bud.
I'm taking her at her word. If she did it for fun, then show us what you got for free. Stand up on a table and whip it out. Like, I want to see.
You can do things for fun and still get paid for it.
Okay. But I think Poundcake's just saying she's not giving it away for free.
Right, but I think it's still something she's like,
the free
this
content.
is a fun little side hustle that I'm doing. And
if it was saying I like to have fun, we have sex parties at my house. Like, this is something I do in my spare time for fun. Like, I enjoy sex. I like having sex with strange people or people watching me. That's for fun.
Strangers or strange people?
Both.
Strange people.
This guy's really strange. You want to have sex with him?
I'm annoyed by the rat that turned her in because
they're always going to turn you in.
But it's such a ridiculous thing to turn someone in for something like that. But there's so many other bad police officers, cops out there doing like actual things that are bad. They're actually abusing their power, and they don't turn them in for that. But she wants to make a few bucks on the side, getting plowed by her husband, and boom.
But
she
not
can't be doing that.
I mean, I take your point in the law enforcement angle, but not even that. Just the fact that someone can anonymously end your career,
right?
Because you get blown up, but the person who ratted you out, they're not like Jim came to us
Probably
and said that he saw you.
Her job.
Colorado, though, has a law called the Lawful Off-Duty Activity Statute. Really rolls off the tongue. That protects employees from being fired for what they do in their personal time as long as they're not breaking any laws. So that's probably why they gave her that payout. Because, like she said, I wasn't doing anything illegal. And in Colorado, where she is, there's a law that specifically protects that stuff. She would not say how much money she makes on OnlyFans, but she has more than 300 subscribers.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
$10 a month, that's $3,000 a month. It's not FU money, but it
helps.
Yes, of course.
But
I
again,
wouldn't mind having an extra $3,000 a month.
you're assuming they're just paying the subscription price. There's all these little
the tips and things.
Yeah.
Don't you pay
Tips,
extra if you want to see the whole? And,
there's pay-per-view like pictures or videos.
Oh yeah.
So she's making at least $300
Yeah.
or $3,000 a month.
Do people live stream on OnlyFans?
Yeah, they sure do, and they charge for it too. Like, oh, you want to see my live stream, exclusive live stream, $5.99. Oh, you want to see this nasty video I posted? It's real raunchy. Unlock it for $5.99.
Are you into golden showers? I'm going to do an actual live stream tonight at 10 o'clock.
So filthy.
God bless them. Listen, I mean,
I only subscribe to filthy people on my OnlyFans. I want to make sure I'm getting I'm making sure
only filthy
I
people.
want to see how far my money goes. I'm like, what would you do if I tipped you an extra $1? Where would you put that? Make it disappear.
No, she took the money and ran because she said I was convinced that if I didn't take the settlement and retire, they were going to terminate me anyway. So why not take the $30,000? Hey, let me give you a little chunk of that, $1,000. Okay, you can go fund yourself right now. It's a chance for you to grab some money. Listen closely. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fund yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword FUN at WMMS.com. That's fun. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Alan Cox Show After Hours line. Anytime you just want to drop a message, you can. It's 216-986-8903.
Hey guys, podcast listener. I'm a couple days behind, but I just got to the one where that wacky dude freaked out at the girl that made the smoothies. So I have a tree nut allergy. I can eat peanuts, but I have a tree nut allergy. That is I'm totally with Bill. That is 100% that guy's fault for not saying, "Hey, my son has a peanut allergy."
What are tree nuts specifically?
I don't know. There's
cola nuts.
These nuts. No, I think probably like cashews and things like that. Maybe
legumes and okay.
Because I've seen it 1,000 times. If you say, "Hey, I can't have peanuts," somebody is not gonna pay attention. Where if you say, "Hey, I have an allergy," they will absolutely pay attention because they can get sued. Like one of my best friends, his wife owns a very famous bakery in town. I just flat out don't eat her stuff. I mean, I know that it's good. I have friends that love it. Everybody loves it. I just flat out don't eat it because she told me that, like, I cannot 100% guarantee you that it has not touched anything. But if I had said, "Hey, I can't eat walnuts," or something like that, she'd, my family used to own a bakery. "Oh, try this." And then I eat it, and all of a sudden I'm dying, and they're like, "Well, we figured that he just didn't like walnuts." So no, it's, Bill, I'm 100% on your side. It's that guy's fault, and he deserves to lose his job.
Well, he did.
Yep.
That guy that went viral in that video for screaming at those girls at Robex, he was like a highly paid VP with Merrill Lynch in Connecticut, and they blew him out.
Now he's got to start an OnlyFans.
That's right. It's $10 a month, and I'll scream at whomever you'd like me to scream at. I'll accuse them of being illegal immigrants and the whole bit. All the greatest hits.
That was such a weird place for him to go, too.
Robex.
Well, I mean, that's a good place to go for a smoothie, but it's a weird place for him to go in
Oh,
that
I see what you
situation
mean, yeah.
where he's just like...
Rhetorically, maybe,
yeah, he's just like, you're brown, I'm going to say you're an illegal immigrant, and really zero in on that. Like, I get even being pretty upset. I don't get going to the level that he went to, but like making it racial just really reveals who you are. Some people are just angry, though.
Boy, did you see the video of the guy screaming about masks to these high school kids in a parking lot?
No.
This dude, and I know exactly where this is. This is in L.A., and it's an area called La Crescenta. And a buddy of mine, one of my best friends, lives in Glendale, California. I know exactly where this is. This dude is just out in a parking lot and he starts screaming at like a group of elementary and middle school kids because they've got masks on. He's wearing a T-shirt that says, "Your mask makes you look stupid." And he's screaming. And somebody else is filming him going, "Why? Dude, why are you upset?" Other parents apparently have said that this guy regularly screams at kids. And was trying to spit on people and blah, blah, blah. Just screaming at people. And the person filming him is like, what's happening here? Why are you...
Look at this grown man with a mask on. What a freaking coward.
Dude.
What a total pussy.
You need to leave the kids alone.
Hey, I love your mask. I love your mask.
I know, it's not about the mask.
Where'd you buy your mask?
It's not about the mask. I don't want you yelling at these kids.
It is
These are
about the
minors.
mask.
Did you hear what he said? Where did you buy your mask? The stupid store?
Oh.
You know, the jerk store called and they're running out of you.
What does it matter when you were their all-time bestseller?
It's not about
Anything to say about my wife?
Well, I slept with your wife.
George's
Oh,
wife is in a
Costanza.
coma.
Yeah.
Is it a coma or did she have cancer?
A coma, I think, yeah.
It's not about the mask. I don't want you yelling at these kids.
It
These
is
are
about the
minors.
mask.
This guy's crazy. Putting
You're
hands
all
on
living
kids.
mass formation psychosis.
Call
You're all
911.
living in
Call
fear.
911.
You're all living in fear.
Sir,
You're all
call 911. He was
hypnotized
laying
by
hands on the
fear.
kids.
Bunch of idiots.
Yeah,
But, like,
hypnotized by fear. Screaming at like kids in a parking lot in L.A.
But why still the screaming and the yell? Like, at this point, if you're gonna wear a mask, you're gonna wear a mask. If you're not gonna wear a mask, you're not gonna wear a mask. I'm so far past it. And so when you see someone like this, like just looking for a reason to get so upset and get worked up when the kids are just trying to go to school.
And it sounds like
they're
he's
yelling at kids.
Yeah, it sounds like he's out there pretty regularly too,
Yeah.
according to some of these parents. But I love that too. He's got the buzzwords down, you know, like mass formation psychosis is this latest fake medical term that makes MAGA dopes feel smart because it's not a real thing, but they heard it on a podcast or something. So now everybody's screaming mass formation psychosis. So like anti-vaxxers and those dopes, they love like anything that sounds medical-ish to describe what they think is weird, and to them, weird is getting in line for a COVID shot. But it's like just a metaphor that is disguised as a fact.
Yeah.
So as soon as you hear like these buzzwords starting to get screamed out, you're like, okay, well, this guy spent the morning on Facebook and now he's back in the parking lot screaming at fourth graders.
And yeah, like what? Like, dude, you're being the weird one. They're kids. They're going to school. They're not concerned with you. You're just a crazy old man that's screaming at them. No matter what you're saying, it doesn't even matter. You are just you're making everybody uncomfortable, and we don't need people screaming at school children about anything.
Now, not to say that screaming can't be therapeutic. I was watching a video that Gwen showed me of a group of moms in Boston who've been getting together in a football field to just let off some steam and scream at the top of their lungs. It's just a local moms group. And they're like, hey, let's go out to the high school football field and scream into the sky. And that'll be cathartic for us. That's how they're coping with whatever's going on.
Practice one. That'll be our practice. All right.
You know, it could be a lot worse. Some moms out there and yeah. That's in Boston they're doing that. Not coincidentally, that's how they sound when they find out that Dunkin' has run out of blueberry cake donuts in the morning. What do you mean you're out of blueberry cake? So, listen. Why not?
Nobody orders a blueberry cake donut.
I do.
You just say a blueberry donut.
Well, because they have blueberry glazed donuts too. So
But it's still a cake donut.
No, a glazed donut is not a cake donut.
They don't have like the donuts that rise are not cake donuts.
If you go to Krispy Kreme and get a box of glazed donuts, those aren't cake donuts.
Right. But all blueberry donuts that I've ever seen are just blueberry donuts.
That's my point. But
you don't have to specify the cakeness.
Yes, because there are blueberry glazed donuts.
I've never seen that.
Doesn't mean they don't exist. I've
does.
had them. That's why I say, huh?
Where does it exist?
I don't recall, but I've had them. That's why I say blueberry cake donuts if I order one. On the rare occasion that I'll pull through a Double D and get a blueberry cake donut, I specify, I'll go, do you have any blueberry cake? That's just me.
All right.
I will say, not one of them
sounds
has...
strange because I feel like I've ordered a lot more donuts than you. And I've never once had to specify
I won't argue with that, but
cake donuts when it comes to blueberry.
I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying I do because I've had blueberry glazed before. So maybe it's just a habit that I got
you
into.
You can glaze a cake donut.
You can, but why would you? I mean, I'm just saying.
It's a pretty common thing.
Well, no. If you go to a donut store and say, "Give me 12 glazed donuts,"
right.
You know what you're getting. You're not getting cake donuts.
Right.
You're getting glazed, fried dough.
Just like if you say, "Let me get 12 blueberry donuts," you know you're getting cake donuts.
You're probably right, but I do like to be specific when I order things so that there's no question as to what I want.
That's why you don't have to throw the donuts back at the Dunkin' Donuts workers because you got
That's right.
glaze allergy.
That's right. I'm going to call immigration if you put glaze on my blueberry cake donuts. I don't want anything to... I've got to take a break. If you want to get a text for anything, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch. And we'll be back after these.
The Alan Cox Show.